Hello and welcome back to Nat Chat. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with professional wrestlers Michael Manson and Mike Burr and aspiring wrestler Russell Whitehead. Welcome back to the program. It's all these R's. So Michael, you actually started your own company. Can you tell us all about that and who it caters for?
I started Alpha Pro Wrestling in early part of 2007. Myself, Mike Burr, Russell Whitehead, Matt Muir and Ben Gilbert were all involved in setting up. We decided that we weren't happy with the local scene of wrestling, so we went out and formed our own promotion. We've been going now for a year strong. We've had a few good shows. Things are moving well in a forward direction. Alpha is becoming a good brand at this point.
And it's for families too, you were saying.
It is
that
for
they
families.
all come to it as watch it too.
The show is set around for a family audience, a family market. We're not doing any hardcore or any gruesome violence. We are doing good, solid matches, good athletic contests. So that's what we're after. Okay. And that's what we do at Alpha, and that's really for a family audience.
And how long's that been running for?
We started our first shows in early part of this year. In January of this year.
And how's it going now?
It is going forward.
Yeah.
It's moving forward. We're getting a bit of a fan base. I think people are liking what they're seeing. I think we've got the best wrestlers in the state working on our show, which is very good for us.
Yeah.
And I think the shows that we're producing are high quality.
And how often do you produce shows? How often are the events?
We did start off at a monthly show.
Yeah.
Now we've gone to every 3 months because just the production of running a show is just, it takes me 6 weeks to set up a show.
Yeah.
About 30 hours a week after my normal job, so 30 hours on top of my normal working hours goes into setting up the show.
Wow.
And it's just a lot. So I've gone to every 3 months now. That's the reason why we've gone to 3 months, so we can put on a better quality show.
Yeah.
You know, for the people that are coming to watch it, so it's not just thrown together in the last moment.
And I guess the more the people get involved, the more you can do later on, like down the track.
Oh, that's
more
right,
people
yeah.
that want it more, and
That's
part
right.
of it.
You know,
Yeah.
the logical thing
grows.
would be for us, in growth-wise, would be to have a constantly set up arena where we don't have to pull down and put up, just advertise on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
That'd be all television.
Beautiful. And Mike, tell us about some of the highlights of your career as one of the Australia's best wrestlers.
Australia's best, I don't know if people want to say that, then thanks guys. But as for highlights, probably biggest highlight is like Mick, I was lucky enough to go to Japan and wrestle over there for 2 larger companies and a couple of feeder companies.
Gee,
and
that's great.
It's an experience in itself. I mean,
And you won as well.
I did.
You? Yeah.
I'm undefeated in Japan, so Japan, look out! I'm coming back. I'm coming for you. It's a good. It really does test you as a wrestler, because here you're wrestling guys that have such respect for a business that they don't take any crap. The bottom line is you go in there and you work. You don't complain. You do your job.
Yeah.
And like I said, it tests you as a wrestler because you're in Japan. There's minimal English spoken. I was lucky enough that in my first match I got to wrestle a friend that came with me.
Yeah.
Second match I got to wrestle 2 Japanese guys, 1 who spoke English. And my last match I had the pleasure of working 2 really, really established guys that didn't speak a word of English. So to me that was not only an honour, but you know, it was just a great feeling to know I could do it without real communication.
That's interesting. And when you're playing the game, like you're like putting them down, you can't understand what they're saying back to you.
No. Yeah. So it comes down to experience. I've been doing this for 9.5 years now, so I can pretty much look at body language and know what's coming. Yeah. And again, if they hit me in the wrong spot and they hit me hard, I deal with it. That's what wrestling involves. Wrestling is a risk. You know, if they hit me in the wrong spot on purpose, then they've got a problem on their hands, because I'm going to hit them back just as hard. Yeah.
And also you were saying as well off camera that a lot of it involves trust. Like when you work together, you say, you know, you trust each other.
Absolutely. You have to trust someone to put you down in the right way. I'm not saying to put you down softly, because nothing in wrestling is ever going to be soft. To put you down in the right way and protect you in the right way, that you do not hurt yourself in a major way, in a major spot, takes a lot of trust. I'd trust Manson with my life, that if I wanted him to pick me up now and throw me down and drop me on my head, complete trust, I guarantee it. You name the spot, you name the place, we'll do it off the top.
Your main goal in a match is to make sure your partner goes back home safe to his family. And the second reason for that is, on a professional level, if you're on tour and you're going away and I'm supposed to be wrestling Mike here, and I hurt him in the first match of the tour, I don't get paid for any other matches.
Wow.
I have to go along with the tour unpaid.
Is that the rules?
That's how it works.
I can't wrestle anymore. If he hurts me, I can't
Of
wrestle.
course,
So
yeah.
I can't wrestle him. So
I don't get paid, he doesn't get paid.
So you look after your brother.
That's interesting. And so all the nasty words and the way you speak to each other, it's all part of the game.
Well, it's just like any professional
It's
sport
a
nowadays.
character. It's like
Yeah,
a
the
comic book
character.
character.
Boxing, they say stuff that they don't really mean. You know, Tyson, I'm going to eat your children, was a comment that.
gosh.
No, that is one that come out. But
That's
he said that
shocking.
to rev up Lennox Lewis. You got UFC fighters now saying that how they want to bash the other guy's head in front of people. So, you know, so that it's all hype. It's
Yeah.
all about hype, and that's when you talk bad about each other. It's all about hype.
And Russell, how did you meet these two wrestlers?
Oh, that's a good question. I like I said, I've followed wrestling for so many years now, and of course, I go and watch the local stuff, and I've seen these guys, watched them perform over the years, and always kept very quiet about it. They stayed in the background, and as my collection grew, and I acquired this wrestling ring or built it, and set up this. It was initially a factory. We call it a school now, or a gym, or whatever we call it. I set this place up, and we had a mutual friend of ours, I suppose. Anybody who knows much about wrestling in Victoria, Australia, even perhaps, maybe even beyond, would know this little woman by the name of Sue. And I've known Sue for a lot of years, as has Manson, and I basically set this wrestling ring up in this gym, this factory, and it was like creating my own little world. You know, I had my magazines and I put my figures back up on the shelves, and I was kind of walking around in there, built a world and had no one to live in it. You know, and at the time, Sue had mentioned to me that Manson was looking for somewhere to train and talking about his promotion, and gave me or his phone number or my phone number. I can't remember how it worked, and we talked, and I remember when Manson came down, and we carried on, and basically built something up from there.
Great.
That's history.
That's it.
We'll have to get back to you when we're going to a break now, but we'll do that what we said later. You're watching Nat Chat. Stay with us. We'll be back very shortly with some exciting stuff. See you soon.